If you take a look at the money that you have coming in every month and the money that you have going out every month, you may realize that some changes need to be made. If you are regularly spending more than you are bringing in, some small changes could go a long way. One option, of course, is to find ways to bring more money in. However, if you choose against that approach, you can always take a look at some of the things you might be able to do to reduce the money that is going out every month. In this video, we will talk about 15 different options for reducing your monthly expenditures. While it is never easy to cut back, in the long run, the benefits can pay off tenfold. Let's jump right into it. Number 1. Dining out. Eating out is a major expense for many people. If you're trying to save money, cutting back on dining out can be a great way to do it. There are different ways to save money when dining out. One option is to find restaurants that offer discounts or special deals. Or you can try to find cheaper alternatives to your favorite restaurants. Number 2. Travel. Travel is another major expense for many people. If you're trying to save money, consider cutting back on travel. Cutting back doesn't have to mean never going anywhere. Instead, you could focus on looking for deals and discounts, traveling during off-peak times, staying in cheaper accommodations, eating at less expensive restaurants. Try to find accommodations with refrigerator and microwave so that when you have a big meal, you can stretch it out and have leftovers the next day. Use public transportation whenever possible. Even better, walk or ride a bike instead of taking taxis or renting cars. Number 3. Entertainment. Going to the movies, out to bars, and other forms of entertainment can be expensive. If you're trying to save money, consider cutting back on your entertainment expenses. Even if you limit these types of expenses for a few months at a time, it can really add up. Consider free or inexpensive alternatives, like starting a book club or hosting a Netflix watch party. Additionally, take inventory of your streaming services. It is very easy to lose track of what you have signed up for. You may find you are paying for a monthly service that you never use. Number 4. Gifts. Giving gifts can be a great way to show your loved ones how much you care about them, but it can also be a major expense. If you're trying to save money, consider a less expensive option. Are you good at crafts? Maybe you can knit a blanket. What about instead of a purchase, you invite your friend or family member over for an inexpensive brunch that you cook at home? For example, a few pancakes and eggs will be much less expensive than a $50 gift card. Number 5. Bartering. Consider bartering instead of buying new items. If you decide to barter, here are a few tips. Make sure both parties are clear on what is being exchanged. There's nothing worse than getting home with your new purchase only to realize that it's not what you thought it was. Try to find someone who is willing to trade something of similar value. This will help ensure that both parties are happy with the deal. Be prepared to negotiate. Bartering is all about finding a fair deal that works for both parties. Don't be afraid to haggle a bit to get the best possible deal. Number 6. Repurpose or recycle items you already have instead of buying new ones. One great example of this is repurposing old clothes. Instead of throwing out clothes that are no longer in style or that don't fit, see if you can turn them into something new. You can make rags out of old clothes to use for cleaning, or you can cut them up and use them as stuffing for pillows or stuffed animals. There are plenty of ways to get creative and reuse old clothes instead of throwing them away. Number 7. Take advantage of free or discounted entertainment and activities. Here are a few ideas to get you started. Check out your local library for free events and activities. Many libraries offer story times, movie nights, and other family-friendly events that are perfect for a night in. Plan a picnic in the park instead of going out to eat. You can pack your own food and drinks and enjoy a lovely day outdoors without spending a lot of money. Search for coupons and discounts before buying tickets to any events. There are often ways to get cheaper tickets if you know where to look. See if your workplace offers any discounts on entertainment and activities. Many employers offer discounted tickets to museums, zoos, and other attractions as a benefit for their employees. Ask around for recommendations of free or cheap things to do in your area. Friends and family members may know of some great hidden gems that won't cost you a lot of money to enjoy. Number 8. Find ways to save on transportation costs. There are a number of ways that you can save on transportation costs. One way is to use public transportation instead of driving your own car. This can be a great way to save money, especially if you live in an urban area where public transportation is readily available. Another way to save on transportation costs is to carpool with friends or family members who live near you. This can help you split the cost of gas and parking, and it can also help reduce traffic congestion. Finally, if you have the opportunity to walk or bike instead of drive, take advantage. Not only is this good for your wallet, but it's also good for your health. Number 9. Make your own meals at home rather than eating out. Number 10. Invest in quality, long-lasting items instead of cheap disposable ones. Here are some examples. Instead of buying a new outfit for every special occasion, invest in a few key pieces that you can wear over and over again. Instead of buying cheap, mass-produced furniture, invest in a few quality pieces that will last for years. Instead of buying disposable razors, invest in a good quality razor that will last for months or even years. Number 11. Avoid impulse purchases by waiting a set period of time before making a decision. Making spur-of-the-moment purchases can be tempting, but it's often not the best decision. If you wait a set period of time before making a purchase, you can avoid buyer's remorse and save yourself money in the long run. One way to do this is to sleep on it. If you're considering buying something, wait 24 hours before making the purchase. This will give you time to think about whether you really need or want the item and whether it's worth the price. You can also use the 30-day rule. For big purchases, take 30 days to decide whether to buy it. This will help you avoid making impulse decisions that you may later regret. Number 12. Choose generic brands or store brands over name brand products. Number 13. Cut down on utilities. Here are a few examples of things you can do to reduce your utility bills. Seal up leaks. Drafty homes can waste a lot of energy and money. Check for air leaks around doors, windows, and other openings, and seal them up with weather stripping or caulk. Get rid of the landline. Insulate your home. Adding insulation to your walls, attic, and floors is a great way to cut down on energy waste. It'll also make your home more comfortable in the winter and summer. Upgrade to energy-efficient appliances. If your appliances are more than a few years old, they're probably not as efficient as newer models. Energy-efficient appliances can save you money on your utility bills and help the environment. Let in natural light. Take advantage of natural sunlight whenever possible to light your home during the day. Not only is it free, but it's also good for your health. Use energy-efficient lighting. When you do need to use artificial lighting, choose energy-efficient options like LED bulbs. They use less energy than traditional incandescent bulbs, and they last longer too. Number 14. If you have a car payment, once you have paid it off, keep the car and keep the car payment. Wait, what? What does it mean to keep the car payment? Well, for starters, don't buy a new car. So long as there is no practical reason to purchase another car, aim to drive the car that you now own for 5 years if you can. Also, if you previously paid $400 a month for your car, once you have paid it off, continue to make that $400 payment, but instead of paying the bank, pay yourself by transferring that same amount to your savings account each month. Number 15. Set a maximum weekly grocery budget. Try using cash or a debit card instead of credit cards so you don't overspend. Make a list of what you need before you go shopping and only buy items on your list. This will help you stay focused and avoid impulse purchases. Compare prices at different stores to get the best deal. Use coupons and take advantage of sales to save money on groceries. Try to cook at home more often and batch cook meals so you have leftovers for later in the week. Consider joining a food co-op or buying in bulk to save money on groceries. Remember that your grocery budget is flexible. If you find yourself overspending one week, cut back the next. As you can see, cutting back on expenses doesn't need to be complicated. There are so many different opportunities to spend less than you are now. Furthermore, if you give it some thought, there is no doubt a plan that will work for you without leaving you feeling deprived.